Gohan's power is mine to wield now! You coward! Fusing to escape doing battle alone!
You've absorbed your fair share as well. Do you really think you're in any position to criticize me?
And here we are with Crabhan. I literally mean that, by the way. Buuhan in this game sucks. And let me explain to you why. Okay, his basic strings are pretty cool. I like them, but I find him really hard to use. I'm not the biggest fan of his heavy attack. I like that it includes his stretchy arms, but I kind of wish it was a bit longer. His combos are pretty fun. Bro's getting the work on. He has some long combo strings. So, I think they're fine. His grab is literally a double throw, which I think is pretty cool. Again, using his stretchiness to his advantage like every other Buu before him. Now, we have Candy Beam. Well, at least a different version that makes it so your opponent can't fight. This doesn't do any damage. It's classified as a key move, when this should be in the other category, because you can't do damage to them. There was a glitch where you could actually fight as the Jawbreaker here, and they should have kept that. You should be able to fight in it. Let's make it, really accurate. And that means Buu can also damage them. Now, you might say this is an unfair advantage, but I'm pretty sure this doesn't take key. I could be wrong, though. Kamehameha, again, he shouldn't have this. He should have Majin Kamehameha. I prefer him to have Majin Kamehameha. And Super Ghost Buu attack. Buu actually does use these little ghosts. But they don't fly to him like that. They actually fly around Vegito and do Kamehameha, Gallic Gun, and Masenko. It could be cool, maybe depending on what button you click, or you flick the sticks and you don't do it, they discharge. Flick it up, they do Kamehameha. Flick it right, they do Gallic Gun. Flip it down, they do Masenko. Flip it left, they do all three of them. And surround the opponent with 3 different attacks. Or if you really wanted to, just like how Super Ghost Kamikaze attack has a ultimate version and a super attack version, we can have Super Buu attack and Super Buu attack. Where a Super Buu attack has a whole swarm of them, like 12 of them, appear and do a Kamehameha and Gallic Gun Kamehameha and Gallic Gun from the same side, from front to back. He also shouldn't have Super Kamehameha. If they really wanted to he should have his giant ball. Buu's ball that he's going to use, that he purposely says to Vegito, "Oh, I carry a piece of the energy of the planet I destroy." And then he throws it down. You know that move? That should have been here. That should be his ultimate. He has no unique ultimate whatsoever. This is why I call him bad, because he doesn't really have anything. And that ball isn't even in the game, even for base form Super Boo. He should have been given it. And his ball should have been his ultimate. I would imagine it would be similar to Gigantic Nova. I know DBS Broly was far, far, far away by this point. But that's how I would imagined it to look. And his evasive being Special Beam Blast, again, I know why he has it, you know, Exort Piccolo, yada yada yada, but he can really have his ripping reality tear scream. Similar to what I said for a Super Boo's video, make it so green slash blue slash spearmint cracks happen around the Boo slash the character, and that protects them. They gave Vegito his Force Shield, which is either meant to be when he got eaten by Boo, or also the shield he uses to protect himself from Boo screaming and breaking reality apart. Overall, Super Boo's bad. Or, Buuhan is going in F tier. One, as a DLC character, I have higher expectations because he is paid for, and also the fact that Buuhan has many, many attacks that you could have picked, or many attacks from the people that he's absorbed that you could have adapted into his gameplay, but simply chose not to do. He has 3 base game attacks and only 2 DLC attacks, when Buuhan has a lot more in the manga and in the anime, and this game adapts stuff from the manga, gag panels, the anime, filler, even the freaking, volume covers and chapter covers, some moves are adapted from there. So there's no reason why Buuhan couldn't have had any of those. He definitely had a fuck ton to pick from, and they just chose not to do it. It sucks.